Obviously, that was embarrassing.
So far in the 2023 season, all 3 weeks of the NFL has been rather interesting. You would think that the New York Giants beatdown by the Dallas Cowboys is bad, 40-0. Well, Miami Dolphins made it worse. And what I mean by worse is Miami Dolphins never took its foot off the pedal. I mean, Denver was so bad they gave up 70 points to Miami. And while Miami was just running up the score against Denver, well, they set some records as well. They're actually the third time in NFL history to score 70 points. I mean, that's bad. And to be quite honest, this is the biggest beatdown I have ever seen in my whole life. Like, this is the biggest beatdown I have ever witnessed watching the NFL in my whole life. It was that bad. At the end of this game, the Dolphins actually scored the third amount of points in an NFL game. The first one, it was actually 72-41 win. The Washington Redskins beat the New York Giants in 1966. Actually, the Dolphins is actually ranked second in most points scored in a football game, in an NFL football game, 70-20 in a beatdown versus the Broncos in 2023. In third place is actually Los Angeles Rams win 70-27 over the Baltimore Colts in 1950. So the Miami Dolphins actually the third team ever to score 70 points in an NFL game. I mean, that's a big achievement. That's not a very good achievement for the Broncos. Actually, it's a dumpster fire franchise. I mean, the Broncos were bad, but we didn't know they were going to be this bad. Not only the Dolphins is the third team in NFL history to score 70 points in a game, they actually had the second most yards in a game in NFL history, 726 yards. Only the 1951 Rams had 735, actually had more in the NFL record book, and that is not very much. That's only like 9. They only had 9 yards to go. But they're also the first team in NFL history with 5 passing touchdowns and 5 rushing touchdowns in a game. That's 10 touchdowns in the whole game. They are the second team in NFL history with multiple players with 4 touchdowns in a game. The other team that was able to do that was the 2004 Chiefs. Second team since 1940 with 300 plus passing yards and 300 plus rushing yards in a single game. The other one going to do that was the 2012 49ers. They ran 71 plays and averaged 10.2 yards per play. The most yards per play by a team with 70 plus offensive plays since 1960. Second largest win in franchise history, beating the Patriots 52-0 in 1972. The first 50-point win in the NFL since 2014 when the Rams beat the Raiders 52-0. The final score was one never seen before in the NFL. And if that's not incredible enough, and if that was not enough, the Dolphins scored more points in this game than the Broncos did all season and through the first 3 games. And Miami had 1,651 yards of offense through the first 3 games of the 2023 season, the most in NFL history. The Dolphins had scored 130 points through the first 3 games, tied for second most by any team through the first 3 games in NFL history. The first to do that is 1968. The Cowboys had 132. And if that was not enough, actually Tua Tagovailoa had more touchdown passes than incompletions. He had 4 touchdown passes and 3 incompletions. Raheem Mostert and Devon Achane actually scored each 4 touchdowns apiece. Achane set the Dolphins' rookie record for rush yards in a game, 203, and Tyreek Hill had his 23rd career 50-yard touchdown, the 10th most in NFL history. So it's the same old Denver Broncos of 2022. Can't move the ball. Russell Wilson still terrible. He can't do anything to save his life. He can't throw the ball, can't escape out of the pocket. And the Denver Broncos are still struggling to complete drives and stop doing turnovers. And even though they committed 3 turnovers, I still don't think it would have made any difference because their defense just terrible. They gave up 726 yards. And it's been like that for a year and a half now. And just safe to say, Denver is really, really bad. It's going to take years for the Broncos to be legit again, if ever. Because they have Russell Wilson and Sean Payton is trying to do the best he can to fix the Denver Broncos. If Sean Payton can't fix the Denver Broncos, I'm not sure who can. Who can fix the Denver Broncos? Are they even fixable? For one thing for sure, they are really, really bad. They are really bad. And for Denver Bronco fans, good luck, because y'all gonna need it.